Good morning, dear children. Here myself, DPS Tiwari, and we'll continue with same subject, that is OC. So let's start with the new chapter. Yes, children, our new chapter is planning. The weightage of the chapter is 7 marks. From this chapter, in your board examination, they will ask 5 marks question. That means you have to learn this chapter in detail according to 5 marks answer. Yes, now let's see the glance point. Here is the glance point. Introduction, planning, concept of planning, definition of planning, characteristic of planning, limitations of planning, process of planning, types of plan or types of planning, elements of planning. These are the points which we will cover in this chapter. For 5 marks question, they will ask 3.2, 3.3 and 3.4, that is process, types and elements. Might be they will ask even characteristic and limitation for 3 marks, but for 5 marks, 3.2, 3.3 and 3.4 is most important. You can give the marking as an important point. Yes, children. So our today's topic is introduction of planning, concept of planning, definition of planning and characteristic of planning. Yes. So let's start this in detail. So introduction of planning. Business is an economy activity which has the motive of earning profit. Every business having a common motive, that is earning profit. Second para, business enterprise has to collect complete information of various activity to be performed well in advance and considered matters like who will do, what type of work, how, when and to what extent. That means these are the questions will come in our mind when we are starting up the business. So for that questioning in our mind, we have to plan in advance. Thus, third para, thus planning is forecasting the future in present. Planning is forecasting the future in present. Last para, planning is a universal process, whether it is a battlefield, a playground, a business unit, a political institute, a religious institute or a social institute. Planning is required in every field. That is why we can call it as this is the universal process. So children, planning and its concept. Planning, what we want to achieve in future and how. For this, various alternatives are to be considered and from those the best alternative is to be selected. We'll see the concept. Here is the concept. Planning is to collect information for the activity to be undertaken in business. Consider them in advance and play out how to do this activity. This is the concept of planning. Again repeating, planning is to collect information for activity which we are undertaking in the business, and it will consider in advance planning and will come to know how to do this activity for forecasting the future in present. Here is the definition of planning. According to the different author, we are supposed to know about the different meaning of planning. Here is the 3 meaning, but according to me you can refer the first one, which will mostly ask in your examination for 1 marks. And this is easiest one, so you can refer the first one. According to the Bill Gates, that is, task of planning is choosing. Task of planning is choosing, according to Bill Gates. Then, second one, according to George R. Terry, function of planning means assumption for result, policy to follow function, stages and to decide the method to be followed. Function of planning means assumption for result, policy to follow function, stages and to decide the method to be followed. Whatever you are forecasting in present, we have to follow in future. Then the last is Planning is an intellectual process to achieve goal. Planning is universal, so we can say that this is the intellectual process to achieve goal. So these are the three meaning, three definition. You can refer any one of that, but according to me you can follow the first one because this is the most important according to your board examination for 1 marks. Here is the characteristic of planning. Total 11 characteristics are there. You can see the diagram. First, universal process. Second, primary function. Third, conscious and mental process. Fourth, flexibility. Fifth, precise. Sixth, forecasting is essential. Seventh, list of alternatives. Eighth, concern with future. Ninth, continuous process. 10th, objective oriented activity. 11th, requires decision process. By this you can come to know that how planning you can know by the nature. These are the 11 characteristics. We'll study this in detail. Okay, so let's start with the detailed answer or characteristic of planning. First characteristic of planning is universal process. We have already discussed in our introduction part. Here is the point. It is present in every field like business, politics, education, religion or a social field. So we can say that this is the universal process. Primary function. Second one is primary function. Management start with planning. Other function of management like organization, staffing, directing, controlling are implemented on the basis of planning, which means planning is the base in function. Without planning, how you will come to know that? How you will organize the business? How you will recruit the staff? To whom you will direct if you are not having any employee? To whom you are supposed to control? The other function of management, that means organization, staffing, directing, controlling, etc. are depending upon the planning. That means planning is called the basis of management. So that is why this is called primary function. Conscious and mental process. Planning is a conscious and mental process because in planning decisions are taken consciously and on the basis of calculative assumption. For example, how you will come to know that in future any man-made disaster will happen or any natural disaster will happen? You don't know about the future. Future is totally uncertain. Future is uncertain and business is all about risk. So here you will take a mental process. That means you can predict anything in this. So we can say that planning decisions are taken consciously and on the basis of calculation assumption. So it is called conscious and mental process. Fourth, flexibility. Planning is flexible. How? Business enterprise is affected by external factors. Therefore, necessary changes should be made in planning as per time, circumstances and situation. That means if you are looking at in future, you are forecasting the future. So anything happen in future, either the man-made disaster or natural disaster. So over there, according to the time, circumstances and situation, you should change your plan. So we can say that planning is flexible. Second point, flexibility is the precondition for planning. Flexibility must, according to the circumstances, whatever you have predicted, it's true? No, na? That means you are doing the prediction. So it's a precondition. Flexibility is the precondition for planning. Then third point, planning is not a static element. Whatever you have planned, you are not static with the same. It will not change in future. It will not happen in future. You can't give this statement. That means planning is not a static element. Thus, we have to be keep flexibility in business. At the time of circumstances or situation, we can switch our plan. So it is called planning is flexible. Precise. Fifth one is precise. The matters considered for planning are to be studied exactly. For exact data, what we are supposed to use? Statistical data, collected information, etc. must be perfect and precise. Whatever you are predicting, that should be precise in nature. Exact data we want for forecasting the plan. Sixth one, forecasting is essential. Forecasting is done by considering future uncertainties while making a plan for a business unit. Forecasting is all about we are considering the future uncertainties. Anything will happen in future, man-made or naturally. So, we have to plan accordingly. Therefore, planning and forecasting are considered as the first function of management. So, we can say that planning is forecasting and forecasting is essential for the future process. 7. List of alternatives. Planning including various alternatives. While we are planning, we keep the alternative option. If we are facing any problem in future, so we have to switch our plan. Suppose you are running a business, you are facing loss, so definitely you are not stick with the same plan. You will switch your plan. Or else, if you are progressing in business, again you are not stick with the same plan. You will switch the plan according to the situation. So similarly, while we are planning, we'll keep the alternative option. Example. There can be many alternatives to increase the sales in future, like increase in advertisement, reduction in price, training to salesmen, or declaration of attractive offers to increase the sale, etc. This is the plan for increasing the sales. You can predict any one of that according to the situation, according to the circumstances. You can offer any activity from this example. Third point, selection of the best alternative out of it is to be done. That means this is the list of alternative. According to this, according to your circumstances and timing and situation, you can select any of that is the best alternative you will choose. This will done according to the planning. 8th one, concern with future. Planning is related with future because it is evaluating future at present and accordingly making arrangement for the same. Planning is all about future concern, as we have discussed. That means it's relate with the future. Planning is relate with the future because it is evaluating the future at present and accordingly we are making the arrangement for running the business, for running the same process. 9th one, continuous process. Planning is that process which begins with the establishment of organization and continues till the end, till the winding up the business. That means planning is everywhere and planning is continuous process from the beginning till the end. Second point, as per time and circumstances, the plan are also required to be changed. According to the circumstances and situation, you can switch your plan according to the need. Objective oriented activity. In this, first refer the second point. That means management decides future targets as per objective of business. Management decide future target as per the objective of business. That means the accomplishment of objective, first point I am switching. Accomplishment of objective totally depend upon the planning, and planning of the target must in management process. So The objective oriented activity planning is all about objective oriented activity. Without orientation of objective, we are not supposed to plan anything. So, planning is the first function of management and it's required the objective orientation. 11th point is requires decision process. Various alternatives are considered and assumptions are made, and the decision is taken to select the best alternative. That means various options are there in front of you. According to the assumption, you are evaluating various alternatives. Among that, you can select the best alternative. That is depend upon your decision making power. So, the decision making power is required while you are choosing the best alternative. Next point, thus decision making process is necessary in planning. Which plan is choose in which situation, that decision power must be there. So we can say that this is the important characteristic of planning, requires decision process. Yes student, so in today's lecture we have covered introduction of planning, concept of planning, definition of planning and characteristic of planning. Hope so you have understood the whole concept. Kindly maintain the notebook, write down the points. Have any doubt, we'll discuss in our regular session. Thank you for the day.